Oh, hello humans. Yo, remember when Skrillex dropped that album Recess and it took the whole world by storm? To the point where Skrillex made it into Call of Duty Black Ops 2? That shit was crazy. Well, that was 9 years ago. 9 years ago, guys. He never made dubstep again until now. See, Skrillex just dropped an album. I'm sure you never heard. He's a pretty underground artist, except for those other times 9 years ago where he blew up and took over the world. But yeah, he's back with a new album. It's been 9 years. I don't know if you guys realize that yet, but 9 years. I've said it only a couple of times. 9 years ago was the last time he made an album. But anyways, it has some crazy collabs on it. We got Posij on it. We got Noisia on it. We got Peekaboo. We got Joker. We've got fucking Missy Elliot, bro. We've got Porter freaking Robinson. Skrillex and Porter Robinson. Let me say that one more time. Skrillex and Porter Robinson collabed on a song for this album. So yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna check all this out and I'm gonna let you know, was the album worth the wait or does it suck and Skrillex is over?
Cubic.
Holy fucking shit, humans. Today is finally the day we've all been waiting for. It's taken a lot of patience to get to this point. It's almost been 10 years since the last Skrillex album, which is insane. Recess dropped in 2014, and ever since then, we saw Skrillex take his leave from the dubstep scene and slowly venture more into the pop scene, just doing random shit here and there, whatever he's feeling. You know, we got a couple things like Mumbai Power, the Pendulum remix, but we never got quite a full electronic project from Skrillex again. And you know, we've all been patient with him because we all love Skrillex. He's had such a crazy impact on so many of us. And so no matter what he's put out, I've always respected it, been glad he's doing his thing, he's happy, he's still creating. But man, we have all been waiting for this day, for a full album, a full body of work from Skrillex. We were all wishing, please do dubstep again. At least the dubstep people were all wishing that. But regardless, we at least wanted something like this. And we finally get it in the form of the Quest for Fire. The Quest for Fire seems like a fitting name as Skrillex has kind of been gone on his own little journey the past almost 10 years, finding whatever, I don't know, probably ignites that fire inside of him as a creative and as someone with a passion looking for his purpose. He's essentially been on a quest for fire, trying all sorts of new things, collabing with all sorts of new artists, diving into all sorts of new genres. So I'm assuming that this album is going to be kind of a summation of all that, of the past 10 years. I'm just gonna keep saying 10 years, even though it's not fully been 10 years, but the dude's been gone on his own journey for a while. And today we're gonna go on that sonic journey he's created, and we're gonna decide, did he find that fire? So stay tuned, drop a like if you enjoy yourself at all through this video, subscribe for more content like this, and let's go ahead and ascend on our own quest for Skrillex album to make us happy and be worth the wait. Let's find out. I'm excited to go on this journey with you. This is gonna be my first time listening to this album. Obviously, we've all heard bits and pieces like Supersonic and like Rumble. I have a Rumble remix I made, so if you're curious what kind of music I make, all the information is down in the description. Go check out my Rumble remix. I also made a music video for it on my YouTube channel. I'll put that somewhere. But today isn't about me, it is about Skrillex. I'm fucking excited. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with Quest for Fire. Leave Me Like This by Skrillex and Bobby Raps. I don't know who Bobby Raps is. I do think I've heard this ID during the Fred Again Boiler Room set, and so I'm excited. Let's get into it. Oh, this is pretty. I know this isn't a Fred Again collab, but this does remind me a bit of the Fred Again style of vocal sampling.
Please don't leave me like this.
the vocals again. Okay, so we're getting right into it. Just a nice DJ intro. Nice little sub. Adding some new harmonies to the vocals in the form of a bass line. It's pretty, it's simple, but it's pretty. All right, subtle amount of tension building. Not a lot happening in this song in terms of progression. It's kind of all falling on the vocal. Here we go. Okay, that's fucking heat. Just got that old school, it's like 2015 Joyride, but then modernized. Oh, that percussion. That little horn that's going boom, 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 boom. That's heat. The vocals flow with the drums perfectly too. You know, this really shows off just Skrillex's talent to make things simple yet super effective and just extremely catchy. More tension. Oh, what? Okay, he's going harder now. I was just totally expecting a copy paste drop, and we got that old Skrillex. Oh my god! This goes off. It's the same bass line, but just so much heavier and with some added harmonics. God, it goes off. I love it. Well, looks like we're off to a great start. Now, that wasn't quite the mood-setting introductory track I was expecting from a huge album like this, first album in years. But at the same time, I don't think he ever really did stuff like that in his previous albums anyways. But regardless, that tune was a banger. I loved it through and through. I thought the intro was a bit bare bones, but the drop completely makes up for that. And then the build up into the next drop didn't feel as bare bones. A lot more tension was built. And then the second drop just completely elevated everything to the next level, which I was not expecting. Oh, that was awesome. Leave Me Like This, Skrillex and Bobby raps. Vocals were fire. I'm assuming that was the Bobby raps part. Next, we've got Good Space by Skrillex and Starrah. This is a 150 BPM. So, hey, maybe we're gonna get some dubstep? Who knows? Oh, also, I do need to reference that the rollout of this album was a bit rocky. And for the first day, some of the songs were like the wrong masters. Other songs were like demos from years before and not the final versions. So I actually waited to do this review for a day so that I could make sure I had all the final corrected versions. And I do, except for Good Space. Good Space is still the demo. So this might not be the full version. So just keep that in mind, and I'll keep that in mind while judging it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into Good Space. Okay, that's a vibe. You're in a good space now, in a good place now. You love how it tastes now, all on your face now. When you get with me, get to fantasizing. What is all on my face? When you get with me, get to bouncing, dropping that shit. All of these intros are so minimal. Oh, that fucking boom, 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 boom. That follows up. That's heat. I fuck with that so heavy. See, I love whenever Skrillex does the vocal pluck drops. Oh, and then we got the same arrangement during the drop, but now it's more subtle and with the vocals. Oh man, that's fucking awesome. That is awesome. I can't get over how fucking catchy that is. Boom, 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 boom. It's like that over and over. Boom, 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 boom. See? Every time, but it's so goddamn catchy and it just works. This is a really vibey outro. The little distorted percussion. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, this song was a vibe. Intro wasn't the most captivating, but this went off. That one, the vocals in that song, the processing and space on them was just so enticing. It really pulled you into the vibe that the song was creating and felt really unique. And that's something Skrillex has always been super strong in, is just vocal processing, vocal programming in general. Just, man knows how to handle vocals and make them extremely unique sounding and catchy and just, I don't know, they like pull you into the song. But what really made this song was the drops and the bridges with the vocals, or I guess you could still call it like the chorus or the drop, but where he brings the vocals in and kind of turns down the more bassy elements. Yeah, overall, that song was very Skrillex. I've really been enjoying these like vocal LFO trap drops he's been doing a lot over the past couple years in different ways. I don't know, no matter how many times he does it, it always just fucking hits, and I just love it. So far, we're on a good track. Leave Me Like This, Good Space, both bangers. I really enjoy them. Good Space is a bit innovative, but like Leave Me Like This wasn't doing much innovation, just doing a formula really well and really catchy, which is, you know, sometimes Skrillex innovates, sometimes Skrillex just takes something that already exists and does it better, because he's just a really skilled producer who knows what the fuck he's doing. And that's so far kind of what this album is showing me. Next, we've got Butterflies by Skrillex, Starrah, and Fortet. I've already heard this. I actually did a little mini review on this like last year, but I'm stoked to hear it again, and maybe there are some changes made, who knows. I'm really noticing all the intros in these songs are just kind of like one little melody and the vocals. Really minimal. This is my favorite part. We leave that like chorus thing into just the really late night, deep, bouncy shit. And so it's following that same like sort of chorus arrangement with the ooh. I can't sing, so sorry, but you know what I'm talking about.
On my lips, hands on grip, you want this, you want this, easy, easy, squeeze it, keep it, everybody loves somebody.
I wish you could see me shuffling.
But I know you're not anybody.
That part, the ooh, ah.
Let you know, baby, shiny.
I honestly love how minimal he's keeping these vocal parts, because that means it's easier for producers like me to remix it. All right, let's see if there's any switch up in the second drop. Okay, there we go. Fucking xylophone action. Or maybe it's like a kalimba. I don't know that shit. It's cool. It does go on quite a bit long. I think the pacing still works. But I remember when this song first came out, it's just not, I don't know, it's just a vibe, but it's not super interesting to me, at least. It's just like a couple of really well-made elements. Oh, that part's a bit weird. This is definitely the DJ outro. It almost feels like a mix happening in the song. So, butterflies. The song itself didn't really give me butterflies. It's pretty. There's some nice elements. The vocals are really nice. Like every individual element in the mix is clean, well made, and has some appeal, but just the song itself doesn't have like a lot of staying power. Like it just doesn't really stand out to me quite like the other songs do. Even the vocals are nice, but I don't know, it's like a song that's just a vibe, like something to play in the background of a party or a pool party, but it's not like, I don't know, it just doesn't grab my attention. I was like, oh my God, this is phenomenal. I want to replay this song a million times. But you know, that could also just come down to my music taste. You know, I don't really listen to this type of music just in my free time. I can always appreciate it, and there's a time and place, but it's kind of like how a lot of people feel about dubstep. They think there's a time and place to listen to dubstep. I don't just listen to dubstep at home whenever. Now I do, but those people don't, and that's kind of the way I feel about this. It's just not really my type of song, but I can definitely appreciate its beauty. All right, next we've got Too Bizarre, and then in parentheses it says Juked, so I'm assuming that's like the alternate name. I honestly like that name better, Juked. Now I know this was released as a single like 6 months ago or something like that, and I personally did not listen to it because when that song released, that's when rumors about there being an album started popping up, and I figured it would be part of the album, and I wanted to review the album, and so I wanted a fully fresh take. Like Butterflies, I've already heard, you know, Leave Me Like This, I've already heard. Good Space, I didn't, and it was more enjoyable to have it for the first time all in one sitting. So yeah, Too Bizarre, Juked, let's get it. No, that was cute. We're just right into it. A lot of DJ mixes, you know, a lot of DJ intros and outros, which is honestly helpful. I feel like that's an art that's been lost. Oh, okay, this is a fire vocal. This melody. And honestly, I like how much space there is. Just the drums in this, because the vocal takes up so much space and attention. You don't want to overcomplicate it. Okay, I'm already able to sing along. That's how you know it's a good vocal. Never heard the song, already can sing along. Oh, I'm fucking hyped. This one gives me butterflies, bro. This should be called Butterflies. Oh, what the fuck was that? Oh, that fucking like vocal sample loop mixed with like a bass or something. vocal. It's the whole drop is just repeating over and over, but it's so catchy.
This is too bizarre, but I like things how they are. Yeah, this is too
I'm wondering if this is actually like a VIP. Here. Pause. Okay, I think I fucked up here. It says juked. So maybe this is actually a remix. Because now that I hear this, I do remember hearing the teaser for this song. And I thought it was like rock. I thought it was like some punk shit or something. And this is not. And I just now noticed we have Swae, which I'm assuming is the vocals. But then we have Siiickbrain and Posij. Posij, crazy fucking drum and bass neuro artist. Fucking insane. Which I forgot to mention, like all the goddamn collabs in this album are literally insane. And Posij, I mean, these drums and shit definitely feel like they could be Posij. And this whole flow and everything does not feel like what I remember the teaser for this song being like. So let me know down in the comments, is this like a different version of Too Bizarre? Like a remix or a VIP? Or is it just they changed the song? Or, I mean, I didn't hear the full song originally, so maybe I'm misremembering. Either way, Posij collab? Are you fucking kidding me? How did I just now realize this? All right, let's get back into it. Sorry.
Baby, we don't have to talk. Ooh, 'cause you're drifting off. Yeah, you just keep drifting off.
Yeah, because I remember the screaming. I like how the vocals looped. What? Bro, we got like Jersey drum and bass. What the fuck? It's mostly just fucking vocal loops and chops. What are you looking at, camera? What the fuck? All right, sorry for the camera here. There we go. Oh, that was fire. So that was Too Bizarre by Swae, Skrillex, Siiickbrain, and Posij. Fucking Posij. That was awesome. I'm not usually a fan of Jersey, or like, that wasn't just Jersey. Definitely had other influences. Whatever you want to call that though, that's not the shit I normally listen to in my free time. But oh my God, the Too Bizarre vocal is just so goddamn catchy. Swae, I'm assuming it's Swae, or maybe it's Siiickbrain, because those are the two names I don't really recognize. Fucking killed it. Whoever did the chorus, fucking killed it. The melody of the chorus is just so encapsulating. Hopefully I used the right word there. It just, I don't know, it just gets stuck in your head. It's an earworm, and the melody just feels so, it almost feels nostalgic. Even though I don't know what it's making me nostalgic for, it just feels like a teenage anthem or something like that, I guess. I don't know, it's just a vibe. And then the drum work and the vocal work during the drops was just awesome. Really goes to show how much you can do with just some resampling of a vocal, you know? Obviously the drums were important, the groove was important, but that has got to be one of my favorites. Right now my favorites are Too Bizarre and Good Space. Leave Me Like This was awesome, but like I said, kind of a generic formula to an extent. Obviously Skrillex threw some spice on it, but overall it's still kind of just a club banger sort of deal. Too Bizarre, that fucking goes. Man was cooking. All right, next we got RATATA with Skrillex, Missy, Elliot, and Mr. Oizo. Don't know who Mr. Oizo is? Missy Elliott is a goddamn legend, and she's been sampled in all sorts of trap music throughout the ends of time, at least throughout the 2000s. And I actually just really discovered who she was the other day because I was watching an interview with Lil Wayne, who's a hip-hop artist I really respect. Some people like to shit on him. I say fuck the haters. I think he's actually a really talented dude, but that's another conversation for another time. Anyways, watched the Lil Wayne interview and he said she is his all-time favorite rapper and biggest inspiration. I was like, who the fuck is Missy Elliott? And then I listened to her shit and realized, oh, Jesus Christ, I've heard her samples in everything forever. So yeah, huge collab. I'm assuming based on some discourse I saw on Reddit that he sampled Missy Elliott. She didn't really like actively collab on this song, but we shall see. All right, editor's note here because I'm an idiot and I read one Reddit comment saying that he just sampled Missy Elliott, and I went into the song thinking that he just sampled Missy Elliott for the RATATA sample, and I assumed that Mr. Oizo was rapping following that and just trying to sound like Missy Elliott or something. I don't know, but turns out Mr. Oizo is like just a French producer who helped make the beat, and Missy Elliott did in fact actively collab on the track with Skrillex and Mr. Oizo. So yeah, don't listen to me. There's probably gonna be a time throughout the song where I rant about like how similar the dude sounds or the dude's rapping. Just ignore that and realize that it's Missy Elliott and I'm just a dumbass. RATATA. All right, we got like the fucking Nokia flute. Yeah, see, this is a sample.
DJ Skrillex, we beat the realest team.
Oh!
I kill it, watch out, I spit it on the mic, feel it. Y'all can't do what I do, just admit it. I'm about to get it, money, get it, drop it to the floor, shake my business, pop it like
this dude is fucking flowing.
All they doing shit new, I done did it. Cause I'm marvelous, fantabulous, about you.
Oh, the syncopation.
Shit, you know this, I'm too fit to ever quit. Knocking these fools out like pools.
Oh, and then the snare, the drums in this dude's vocals are just so in the pocket.
It's the kind of beat to go RATATA. It's the kind of beat to go RATATA.
Okay, we're bringing back like 2015 trap. Maybe not, maybe like 2014, like fucking gasoline, that type of shit. This is honestly perfect. I fuck with that. He's been doing that a lot lately, just bringing back like old school trap. And this is just done so well. Okay, I fucking love this. Get your hands up high. I.
It's the kind of beat to go RATATA.
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 That goes so hard. Okay, wait, rewind it. Did he just say Skrillex? Okay, what? Y'all heard that, right? Skrillex? No way he just said Skrillex. He said Skrillex. Cancelled. That's fucked up. No, but seriously, comment down below. Am I hearing that wrong? Anyways, yeah, let's finish this bitch. So, that was RATATA. RATATA. It should be called RATATA, but it's RATATA. And it's Skrillex flipping a classic vocal from Missy Elliott. There's some really sick syncopation, which Skrillex accented with the drums. I thought it was crazy. I never thought I would be going off so hard and enjoying so much a like 2014, 2015 era like club banger trap song. Like that was such a great throwback. I know a good amount of people are probably gonna hate on this song because they're like, oh, it's only cool when Skrillex does like old played out styles of music. And you know what? It is. Skrillex is a good ass fucking artist and he knows how to make it cool. So, you know, you're right. You're right. Stop bitching about it. Just accept that he's a good artist and he makes better music than other people make music. I don't know. I'm sorry. I've just seen a lot of stuff about like Skrillex is such an overrated producer. People only like it because his name is on it. And I am always curious. Like, I'd be curious to see like someone do a study on that. Or maybe I can figure out a way to test this theory of like, do people only like songs because of the name attached to them? And if someone who they don't know released the song, they wouldn't like it. Personally, I would like to think I'm not such a Skrillex simp that I'm like unable to look past bad music. So I think, at least in this song, Skrillex is just a good fucking producer. And this isn't even all just Skrillex. It's just Skrillex put together this sample with this rapper. He did the processing, he did the arrangement, and it all worked out for this nostalgic trip back to 2014, 2015 era trap. So yeah, that was awesome. Honestly, not a single song I don't like yet, and it's really hard to pick a favorite. Butterflies is like my least enjoyed song, but it's not a bad song by any means. It's more of a subjective, like, not my thing sort of deal. Next, we've got XENA, 145 BPM. I have heard this song as well because everyone was talking about it, so I had to hear part of it. I don't actually know the lyrics, but it's a vibe. I always love Indian and Middle Eastern inspired stuff. It's really interesting how much Skrillex uses Indian and also Middle Eastern, but mostly Indian influence samples and vocals and things in his music. And I'm curious like where that came from. I'm sure it's like while he was touring the world, he gained an appreciation. Oh, okay, I love this breakdown. It's just the choir harmonies, kind of choir-y harmonies mixed with this vocal and all the pitching up. Okay, I've got to point it out. This sounds like Wink or WNK. If you know who that is, tell me this isn't just a Wink tune. It goes off regardless. I love this style of bongos. I've heard people that have done this style better. What really carries this song is the vocals. These vocals are sick. And the melody, it's just builds so much tension. Oh, we've heard that sample in something before. Those vocals going, yeah. I like the switch up in the flow. I don't know. It goes off, but... Ooh. Oh, I love this. I love how empty it is. Just to focus on the energy of the vocal and the claps. This riser. Oh! I was not expecting that at all. enough cardio right now to get through this drop. But second half of the song, I honestly like better than the first half. I fucking love shit like that, dude. That culture of music just gives such a unique vibe. I don't know what it is that makes me so drawn to it. It must be like the scales that they use in those countries for their music, because different countries in different parts of the world use different scales and different like styles of music theory. So I wonder if that's what it is, because just these styles of vocals and melodies, they always have this like unique tension to them, just epic fucking tension. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it is anything. Maybe it's something that can't be explained, but it's just, I love it. All right, taking off my Skrillex simp mask, I do think that the drops are a bit mid. I know a lot of people like this song, but maybe it's because I listen to Wink a lot, but I've heard these, like the bongos, Joyride's done the bongos, Wink does the or they're not bongos, but the drums, these types of drums. And I don't know, I thought he could have done more based on like the tension that's built with the vocals. I think what really carried this, wait, let me turn all this shit off for a second, Jesus Christ. I think what really carried the song was the vocals and the melodies that went with them. And in the second half, I felt like the drop was a bit more emblematic of the tension that was being built beforehand. Yeah, overall, still a fun song. I'm sure it goes off live, and I'm definitely coming back for more of the vocals. I really like how there's just a big contrast between the way Skrillex used to produce when he made dubstep and how he produces now based off of this project so far, which is just like with dubstep, there is a lot of ear candy. Yeah, overall, he still had this perfect balance of simplicity and like intrigue and appeal, but back then there's still like a good amount of layering and ear candy, and I'm sure there's still an element of that in these songs. But overall, at least to me, they sound a lot more minimal and simplistic, and a lot of like letting one element or layer really shine with just like a very small amount of supporting elements, like the vocal and the claps, for instance, you know? And honestly, there's something to learn as a music maker from that, I think. At least for me, it's working. Maybe for you, that's not your thing, it's not working, but I don't know. Some of these songs are extremely catchy, and I feel like they're extremely appealing. And I think a part of that is because of the care taken for the individual elements, rather than trying to bolster those elements with a fuck ton of layers, you know? I don't know. It's just one way of doing things, but something I'm noticing a lot. Next, we have Supersonic, My Existence, with Skrillex, Noisia, Josh Pan, and Dylan Brady, who's one half of 100 Gex. That's just a crazy lineup of artists. We've already all heard this song, I'm assuming, but hey, let's enjoy it again.
Information making me question our relation to the nation.
What is going on, camera? What are you doing?
Supersonic, my existence.
I've actually never gotten to fully enjoy this song because I wanted to review it. I've heard it enough though to get the point, but again, really letting the vocals shine. Very minimal amount of elements, even during this part. There's birds in the background, there's the vocals with a lot of reverb, and then mostly just a bass line. Now some percussion being added, but very subtle, very subtle. And it all gets taken out for a second. He's also been heavily relying on risers. It's so good. I do feel like the master is a bit better than last time I heard it. I might be wrong though, maybe it's the same, but it feels louder and fatter, but also clean. Oh, it sounds like the vocals being morphed with like a Reese. I don't know, you get the distorted fuzz. Oh. There's just a perfect balance of cleanliness and ambiance and space mixed with like dry, rough distortion. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I haven't heard the second drop actually.
Supersonic.
Okay. That's fun. It's not as cohesive and consistent as the first drop, which is what makes the first drop catchier and more appealing, but I appreciate the fun rhythms. And now we're just breaking down the song. That was a cool little glitch fill. The waveform of this part really shows the dynamics throughout this song. Just reminds at least dubstep artists that this whole idea of every element needs to be like clipped into a G clip, take away all the dynamics. It's not necessary. Cause like, I don't know, there was like that little glitch, sci-fi glitch fill thing in there that was so quiet. If I had put that in there, I would have thought, oh, I need to make this louder. I don't know, it's just easy to get lost in the loudness war and you forget how important dynamics can be to a song. I feel like this song is a great example of loud song with a lot of dynamic range at the same time. Now, obviously Skrillex and Noisia and all the artists on this have been producing for a long time. They know their shit, and Skrillex has access to like Alvin Risk and a team of engineers if he wanted. So it's something to consider before you compare your own stuff to it. But yeah, just something I noticed. Hopefully it helps someone out there. Next, we've got one of the biggest collabs on this album. Probably one of the most awaited. I didn't know it was ever in the works, but once everybody found out the track list, it was like, holy fuck, I can't wait to hear this. So we've got Skrillex and the one and only Porter Robinson and Bibi Bourelly. I'm assuming that's the vocalist. Whoever they are, I feel bad that they're definitely gonna be overshadowed by Skrillex and Porter Robinson collabing. That's just crazy. I don't even know. Like, I can't even imagine what it's gonna sound like. I'm not the biggest Porter Robinson fan, but I gained a lot of respect and admiration for him after I did my Porter Robinson Nature review, which is one of my most popular videos to this date. So if you fuck with Porter Robinson, definitely go check that out. I'll put a link somewhere, or just go check it out if you've been enjoying this and you wanna see me listen to Porter Robinson Nature for the first time. But regardless, I didn't really follow Porter Robinson during Worlds. Nature was my first real exposure to Porter beyond like Sad Machine. So I don't completely know what to expect, but I'm excited. Still here. Skrillex and Porter Robinson. I'd like to point out, it looks like they titled it a lot like Fred Again. I'm seeing a lot of Fred Again influence with the vocals and like with the ones that I came with. Fred Again does that a lot. He puts little parentheses and adds like context to the title. I do not hear the Porter Robinson influence yet, honestly. I like this like old like disco R&B feel to the vocals though. I like the message of the song though, and I think that kind of is the collab. You know, Skrillex and Porter Robinson did blow up in a similar era, and now they're still here. Okay, we got like some breaks. It's kind of like some garage. Wow. This is really not what I expected from their collab. I keep like double checking to make sure I have the right song. I really don't hear any Porter Robinson influence. Now, I don't listen to him enough to really know everything that makes up Porter Robinson. Oh, this part, these vocals. But yeah, it doesn't really sound like a Porter Robinson tune at all. It is a very nice song. Reminds me more of like Cliptown Empyrean sort of vibes. I love the vocals. I definitely am gonna sample that. Still here with the ones I came with. I love that. Ooh. Yo, you hear that guitar? You hear that guitar from the old shit?
Is anybody
Bangarang.
here with your family, like your sister or your brother? Is anybody here with your best friend?
I'm here by myself in my room.
Is anybody here with a team more than like 20? Make some noise right now!
Woo! I'm alone. Make some noise if you too are alone in your room right now, enjoying this music with me through the camera screen. But we're here, still here with the ones I fucked up. But yeah, we're here together. Love you. Okay, so this feels more like Porter now. This kind of has some of that those worlds chords. Ooh. Those chords and the arrangement for the second half, again, just like Butterflies and just like XENA. I don't know, second half of all these songs I'm just really enjoying. It's like a whole journey though. Starts out bare bones and he slowly adds more and more to the formula. Ooh, I like how dark it got. That was beautiful. I like this washed out sort of pad with the vocals still singing in the background. I think the thing that's really shining about all of these are the vocals, the vocalists. Beautiful stuff. So that was Still Here with the ones that I came with by Porter Robinson and Skrillex. Now, not gonna lie, that was not at all what I was expecting from them. And honestly, just being honest, I still really enjoyed the song, but I was expecting something a bit more grand and like epic, you know, a collab between Porter Robinson and Skrillex. I don't know if they've had other collabs in the works before or if that was their first collab. I expected something different, but you know what? What we expect isn't what fucking matters. It's what matters is the artist having fun, expressing something genuine, and this did feel like that. This did feel like just a genuine expression, just like kind of ode to like just everything they've all been through and all the people that Skrillex came up with, and they're still here with the ones I came with, and I thought that's pretty, and I thought it was beautiful. I did hear some Porter Robinson influences in the second half. I've seen some discourse of like whether or not it's nature influences or it's worlds Porter Robinson, and that's like this part of Porter Robinson fandom that I like don't fully relate to. I'm just like, I don't know, there's just the worlds crowd and the nature crowd, and there's always like, is it worlds, is it nature, blah blah blah, but I get it because it was really influential music. Regardless, it did sound like Porter Robinson, but all in all, it mostly sounded like Skrillex, so I wonder how much Porter Robinson contributed to this, or maybe Porter Robinson just did, you know, something different than what he normally does. Either way, I thought it was beautiful. The vocals really carry the song. I liked the little excerpt in the middle from a live show. You know, that just always gives you those tingles, even if you didn't come here with anyone, because we're listening to it in a room. We're listening to it at home. We're not listening to it at a fucking show. So fuck you, Skrillex. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it was a fun song. Not what I expected, but still something I enjoyed. Next, we've got A Street I Know by Skrillex and Eli Keszler. Never heard of that person in my life. Which is exciting, because I like when I get exposed to some sick new artists I've never heard before. Honestly, surprised we haven't heard like those typical Skrillex style vocal loops throughout this whole album. Like, this is some vocal chopping, but it's not quite the Skrillex style, you know? Ooh. Okay, this This is interesting. I don't know if I fully fuck with the song so far. It's got that classic, just big ass Skrillex 808 with all those nice harmonics. This harmony's a bit weird, not gonna lie. All right, we got a bit of a drop, so that was just the intro. Honestly, I'm not feeling this song at all. I'm trying to feel it. Like that fill felt so out of nowhere. I don't know. This really feels like kind of like a throwaway, just like fucking around late at night sort of track. Not something I personally would put on an album, but this ain't my album. This is Skrillex album, and it's something he thought was notable enough or meant enough to him to put on this album. I think this song is a great time for a water break. We got some tension. We got a kind of messy sounding or muddy sounding reverb wash. Trance maybe? Oh, that's much better. This feels like Fred again. I'm sorry, but there's so much Fred again influence in this album. I swear. I mean, I know they've been friends and working together, so it makes sense, you know, they're sharing strats, but definitely a lot of just the way the vocal transcate. Not like Fred again is the first person to do that, but just, I don't know. I listened to a lot of Fred again this past year, and so I'm hearing a lot of similarities. Oh, okay, see that fill worked a bit better. This part's cool. Okay, second half of the song, dude, which is something I can appreciate because I always try to make the second half of my songs better than the first half. But the first half did not like pull me in at all. Like I would have skipped it if this wasn't a review sort of deal. I'm glad I didn't though. Second half was dope. So that was A Street I Know. Now, I was thinking A Street I Know, like there would be some lyrics about someone's upbringing or some shit like that. I don't know what I was expecting. I just wasn't expecting that. I don't know. That was probably my least favorite of the whole album, not gonna lie, so far. Hopefully there's no more that I don't like that, but we'll see. So far though, it's been a really consistent album. Every other song has been great. Even Butterflies was, like I said, enjoyable. This song, I just didn't really even like the song at all until the second half, and even then it just felt like some Fred Again's music, so I would just rather listen to Fred again at that point. I don't know, the vocal didn't really stand out to me. The melodies weren't that like captivating feeling that Skrillex usually has. Skrillex's melodies are usually phenomenal, and this just felt kind of just like a throwaway like trap beat type of deal. I mean, I know it wasn't really a trap beat, but like that same sort of thing. You just make like a track with a melody and a beat for fun, for practice, whatever, and then you move on. That's what this felt like, so I don't know, just not my thing. Let's move on to Hydrate, which is another crazy fucking collab. We got Skrillex, we got Beam, who I actually don't know who Beam is, but we got Peekaboo, and then we got Flowdan, another Flowdan track on this album, which is sick. I love Flowdan. I love how his voice sounds. He's pretty consistent, like 60-70% of the time, whatever song he's on goes off. And Peekaboo, I honestly would never have guessed, of all the dubstep people from the dubstep scene, for Peekaboo to get a collab with Skrillex. Now that isn't a diss on Peekaboo by any means. Peekaboo is sick. I fuck with Peekaboo. Just didn't expect him to be the guy to be on the Skrillex album. but fucking that must be huge. That must be a fucking dream come true, because we all dream of getting to collab with Skrillex. I mean, I don't even dream about that because that just seems so unattainable, but I should believe in myself and you should believe in yourself. You know, one day maybe we'll all get a Skrillex collab. Either way, Hydrate, let's get it. I'm excited. Please be some actual dubstep. I just want one dubstep track on here and I'll be so happy, you know?
Mama, listen.
It is 150.
Hope is where your heart is.
So there is a chance.
Don't give up on this. Don't give up on this.
Thanks.
There is life abundance. Life abundance.
Thanks for giving us the acapella, Skrillex.
There is life abundance.
Life abundance. I'm a horrible singer.
Phone book killer contacts. Frontline never gonna run back. Got mine ready for the combat. Me against them when I'm on that. Somebody should have beg pardon. Cause none of my soldiers are on that. Diplomats speak different jargon. But money talks louder, we got that. Pull up on your foot for the convo. Any loose chat, you be locked out. So
Oh my God.
Basics. Keep
This just
stepping on
goes
them like
off.
the doormat. Pull up on your foot for the convo. Any loose chat, you be locked out. So we gotta get back to basics. Keep stepping on them like a doormat.
His
Pull up on your
vocals
block
are
like
so
bailiffs. Got the
saturated
surgeon ready for
and
the
pushed,
facelift.
which I'm not
simple,
used to hearing.
complicated. Some of this hot, just stay hydrated.
Okay.
It's simple, not complicated. Some of this hot, just stay hydrated.
Skrillex making dub? I mean, yeah, he made Rumble, but this is like even more dubsteppy dub than that dub.
Some of this hot, just stay hydrated.
Bro, honestly, Skrillex and Peekaboo styles go together so well. It makes so much sense now. Now I'm like, how did I never hear this when he came and played here in Seattle? That goes off so that is, oh my God, that was so good. Just the flow and everything. Yo, this is the Make It Burn Dem like spiritual sequel, you know? It's been a while since we've got like some reggae dubstep.
We make fire bun in any party. Send for
From
water,
Skrillex.
hydrate properly. Never get irate, never get thirsty. Send them another harpoon from me. If it's gonna be a
This bass line is just so fucking on point. Like this is some real dub shit, you know? Not like cheesy, corny, modernized dubstep dub.
It's simple, not complicated. Some of this hot, just stay hydrated.
Like this part is more like the more modernized version, but that one section we just had.
Some of this hot, just stay hydrated. It's simple, not complicated. Some of this hot, just stay hydrated.
This is a reminder to hydrate, y'all. Oh, that was so cold. Oh, that was way too cold. That was a stupid bit. I regret it. Oh, God. I'm hydrated, though. That's all that matters. I listened to the song. Bruh, this had R&B, reggae, dub, grime. This had it all. All it was missing was funk and hyperpop and country and jazz and rock and pop, every other genre. But still, this had it all. That was sick. I loved that. That is definitely one of the highlights of the album. If you don't agree, go kill your I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But definitely, that might be my favorite. I don't know, Too Bizarre was awesome. Good Space was nice. I think for me so far, Hydrate and Too Bizarre, Juked, and I mean Supersonic too. Supersonic's great, but I guess I'm just so used to that now. God, this has got a lot of good songs on this album. So next, we've got Rumble. And honestly, I don't really want to listen to it. For those of you who don't know, I did a stream like 2 weeks ago listening to as many Rumble remixes as we could in a period of like 5 hours. And I'm at the point now where I'm really fucking sick of the song. And I also remixed it, so I kept replaying this. Like, you probably already heard Rumble. I have a little short on my YouTube Shorts channel. I've been doing a lot of YouTube Shorts where I react my first time hearing Rumble. So go check that out if you want to see my first experience. I'll just give my spiel real quick. You know, Skrillex did the dub thing with Flowdan and Fred Again. The Fred Again parts seem like the in-between drops mostly. Overall, it's a banger. I've just burnt myself out on the song, to be honest. So it's hard for me to even like want to break it down in my head because I don't really want to hear it again for a while. I kind of ruined how special of a song it was because I listened to it too much. All I'll say is that live, it really gets people moving. And I think it really exposed a lot of people to deep dub and that side of dubstep who would normally not seek out that stuff or listen to that stuff. I've seen a lot of people say everybody's freaking out like Skrillex just pioneered deep dub now when this has existed forever. And I am totally with you to an extent. I've been listening to deep dub for years now. I'm a big fan of that style of music. I'd like to think I'm decently cultured in that genre. And yeah, Skrillex didn't necessarily do anything super new, but he packaged it in a way that makes it a lot more appealing and palatable to people who otherwise wouldn't really understand or give that genre a open-minded listen. So in that sense, pretty much the same thing Skrillex did with dubstep, I think he did with deep dub with that song, like he did with dubstep with Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites. So credit where credit's due, and it is a really well-produced song. I've just gotten sick of it because I listened to it way too much. So, speaking of old school dubstep, next we've got my most awaited collab of this entire album, which is Skrillex, Joker, and Sleepnet. First off, never thought I would see those three names in the same list. Maybe Skrillex and Sleepnet, not Skrillex, Sleepnet, and Joker. For those of you who don't know, Joker is a fucking dubstep pioneer. Joker is an OG, stopped really putting out a lot of music in the past like 5 years, but I got to actually see Joker live back in fucking, for anyone who might be watching who knows or who was there, there's a festival in Montana called Pirate Party. Extremely small festival, like 1,000 people attend max. And it was my first festival I ever went to. In Montana, you can't really get much in the way of EDM shows. At least when I lived there, it was like 2 shows a year. Like you'd get like Borgor and Datsik, and then that was all. Like obviously different time before all the Datsik shit, when Datsik was still huge and people didn't hate him. But Pirate Party was the only other way to go see some dubstep, and they had like Liquid Stranger, Schlump, a lot of like at the time really underground like wook shit. And then Joker was there, and I got to see Joker, and I didn't understand the hype around him until I saw him live, and it was just like really melodic sort of dubstep, but not like melodic dubstep like 7 Lions. It's like dubstep if it was written from the perspective of like R&B or something like that. If you don't know who Joker is, you should definitely go listen to his old music. It's phenomenal. Definitely one of the greats, a forgotten legend in my opinion. A lot of people I talk to don't know who Joker is, and I just fucking love Joker. That's my Joker rant, my Joker appreciation rant. Now let's get into Joker, Skrillex, and fucking Sleepnet, which if you don't know who Sleepnet is, it's Noisia. It's I believe This and Nick. I always forget the individual names, sorry, even though I've reviewed so much of their music. But yeah, also check out my Sleepnet review with phone on. Tears. This better be amazing. I'm gonna be so sad. Okay, we're just right into it. Listen. Classic sample. Oh, I love that like 808 like trap fill going into dub. This bass time. And then we just get these like little like Sleepnet vocal resamples. I love the ambiance too. Oh, and then it turns into a melody. What the fuck is happening? Oh, this feels like old school Joker a little bit too. Like just the style of melody and tone. Don't you see the tears? fucking shoes squeaking around a basketball court and turned it into a drop. Oh! This is so good. I fucking love this. Oh my god. There's just so many like random vocal samples that just come in and out. It's just so ethereal. There's so much atmosphere throughout this whole song. And I believe that's coming from Sleepnet, because Sleepnet is really good at that same thing. But it could be all three of them. Joker also has a lot of dope atmosphere in his music. What is that from? I have tears because I spilled water on myself in the last song. Oh, what the fuck? This is like actual dubstep shit. What is this sound? I love that fake out too. I'm definitely making some future rhythm. Yo, we got some pitch map, baby! Confirmed. Skrillex uses pitch map. He's just like every other color-based producer. It was probably Sleepnet, actually. Maybe Joker. Who fucking knows? All I know is this song is gas. So, that song, my favorite. Tears, that's my favorite. I'm sure it's not the most appealing to everyone, but oh my god. That was just, I don't even know what just happened. Like, that was one of those songs where it finishes and you're like, holy fuck, where am I? What? You know, it just like teleports you to a different world for a minute and then it's just all a blur. Like, that is a song I gotta go back and listen to a bunch. I'm gonna enjoy this whole album a bunch, but oh my god. That in particular, that was some fuck shit. In a good way. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm like high off of that song. So, cool. Very fucking cool. I hope Joker's back. I hope this means Joker's back. I want more Joker. Definitely, you could feel with like the melody and overall like, almost like the key of the song felt like Joker. Like just his style is just, it's got this vibe. I can't explain it, but it's just that the melodies always have this tone, this like dark beauty to it. And yeah, let me know what you thought of that song. Between that, Hydrate, RATATA, Good Space, there's a lot of good music. I keep saying this. I'm trying to pick a favorite. It's hard. There's so much variety. This is what I think a dubstep artist album should be. It's not even dubstep. See, I want more dubstep from Skrillex, but we're getting dubstep. It's just not bro step. So I want more bro step. But regardless, this album's great because of the variety. There's so much variety. Every song is like a new world, new journey, but it still all feels really cohesive. God, I just love it. I just love it. Don't you just love it? I'm sorry, I'm being cringe. Okay, next we got Hazel theme. I don't know the significance behind Hazel. I don't know who Hazel is. I don't know if that's a video game reference or if that's a person. Someone let me know if you know. All right, let's get into it. Hazel.
Almost there, guys. Sorry, like. One more minute of this.
One more minute of this? Was that Skrillex? This is a 2-minute song, so are you lying? See, this feels like Fred again too. I fuck with this stuff. This is a vibe. I've been saying vibe a lot, but this one is also a vibe. It's just like vocals getting more chaotic, but it all is working towards the same goal. And this beautiful flush of melodies and pads. There's that Skrillex. There's that Skrillex spice. This feels like, not Kill the Noise, Kill Everybody. That sort of style of vocal sampling. Or or My Name is Skrillex for a second. There's just little references in these songs to the old days, you know? I think we got those old school Skrillex pianos a little bit. Now, can someone turn this into a song? All right, that's a vibe. That's all I have to say. Let's move on to Warped Tour 05 with Pete Wentz by Skrillex. I know that this is a reference to his band From First to Last. If you didn't know somehow, Skrillex used to be a part of like a Screamo band. And this is a reference to when they went on the Warped Tour in 05. So very, very cool deep cut, you know.
This is a Blaring Out with Eric Blair show. We're backstage at 2005 Warped Tour with Pete up boy. What up? And Sonny from First to Last. Yeah!
Sonny from First to Last. Bro, he's Skrillex, not First to Last.
Pete, you guys have a new record out. It went to #6 on Billboard and Rolling Stone magazine.
Is this a real interview?
It's pretty insane. I'm going to Disneyland.
Yeah, actually, it does sound like an old interview. You can hear the people in the background. Why does it sound like Steve-O? Is this Steve-O? No, it's Pete Wentz, probably. That's cute. All right. Well, that was a little clip of an interview from the Warped Tour 05, but Skrillex sampled it and kind of made a little moment out of it. And yeah, obviously, you know, just thinking about the past. This kind of whole album feels a bit like a reflection on his career and his journey and his quest for fire. So beautiful. But yeah, that was really cute, really wholesome way of just being like, look what I did. I did it. Wow, look how far we've come, you know? So yeah, that was cool. I always like when artists kind of put a little bit of themselves in the album, you know? Like what I mean by that is, at least in the dubstep world, it's a lot of just bangers, like just songs, but they don't feel like they have a deeper meaning or purpose beyond just making a dope song. So I know that in other genres of music, it's more common that an album is a reflection of some introspective era of an artist's life, and there's a lot more meaning put into stuff. But in this realm, you know, there's not a whole lot of that. It exists, but it's more about making a vibe and making a banger than making a genuine, like, deep piece of art. And I don't know, maybe I'm looking more into this than I am, but it just feels like this is a bit deeper than at least what I'm used to these days. So something to point out. Anyways, next we got Inhale, Exhale by Skrillex, Aluna, and Kito. And this is the final song on Quest for Fire. I'm sad it's ending. It kind of feels like it's gone by so fast, even though it's been like almost 2 hours. Oh my God, that was a lot of breathing. Okay. Drums are nice. Exhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. You inhale, okay? What am I doing? Okay. Okay, I think this shows Skrillex has moved past bro step and he's back to dub. He felt bad for ruining dubstep, so he's back to like OG dubstep now. God, the release on these basses is so boomy in the. Okay. Bro, I think Skrillex might bring back OG dub, because this makes me want to make some. And then all the dub heads are really going to be pissed off. They're like, yo, we've been here the whole time, and now y'all want to make this shit? Oh, this almost feels like a Liquid Stranger song. Like, it feels like some shit from a Liquid Stranger album when he gets like really melodic with the vocals in his dub. The song's grown on me a lot. The inhale exhale vocal doesn't fully fit in with the energy of the drop though. Oh! Yo, 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 spin it back, spin it back, spin it back. What?
Too high, too high.
Oh, I loved how filtered those basses were. There's a lot of space, which is how dub should be. And that snare, can we appreciate how sexy that goddamn snare is? See this part, this sounds like Liquid Stranger. Any of you guys who fuck with Liquid Stranger and listen to his albums, tell me this doesn't sound like his like really melodic deep dub on his albums. He always has like 1 or 2 songs like that. So I don't fully know where Aluna and Kito come out in this song. I'm assuming it's the vocals. I don't know what she's saying, but it's pretty. Oh man. Well, it's the end, y'all. We did it. You made it this far. If you made it this far, you're fucking awesome. That was sad but beautiful. Well, there you have it, y'all. Skrillex is back. It only took him 9 years. Now we gotta wait like 10 more years for more dubstep, but we got it. We got some Skrillex dubstep. We got like 3 or 4 dubstep songs. Surprisingly, got very little of what I would have expected, which is like some more hyper poppy 100 gex style shit like he's been doing a lot of recently. We didn't get any of those vocal like pendulum remix type of songs other than Good Space, but I honestly expected more of that. Honestly, I expected a lot more like hip hop and pop inspired stuff because the singles he's released over the past 2 years, they'll have like EDM influence, so there'll be a lot of that. This definitely was like an EDM album, like, yo, maybe we can get Skrillex win Dance Album of the Year this year instead of Beyonce, you know? Not to start that whole argument, but like, this was actually a dance album with a lot of like pop and hip hop influence, but it was more on the EDM side. I've seen some outlets being like, trying to frame this as a pop hip hop album. Now this is some EDM, bro, and I'm super happy. I'm super happy. What can I say? Almost all these songs were sick. I didn't like A Street I Know, and Butterflies is just a vibe, but I've said that like 15 times already. But man, this was actually a good album. Now, it's a good album in the sense of, are you able to disconnect yourself from what you fell in love with Skrillex for originally and what you've known Skrillex as in the past and what you expected now? I can see how you'd be disappointed. If you just ignore all that and you just vibe with Skrillex's new who he is, because people change, people evolve. We have the audacity to think that, okay, he ditched from first to last to do dubstep, and then we want him not to ditch dubstep, and we want to assume that like dubstep is his biggest love in the world and his one and only love. Though he still plays a lot of dubstep at his shows, man's moved on a little bit, but he's moved on to other EDM, which I can still be happy about because he's still vibing. And it's crazy how many dope people he collabed with on this album. I don't know, I'm excited for more. I saw a lot of people over the past couple months of him dropping singles were talking about the vocals, these new high-pitched vocals stuff, and not fucking with it. As a hyperpop enjoyer, I definitely fuck with it, and honestly, he didn't go as far with that sort of vibe as I thought he would during this album. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little journey with me, experiencing the first Skrillex album I can actually do a live review of. Together, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like, it really helps. Please subscribe, and comment what your favorite songs were. But yeah, this was really fun. I really enjoyed this. Definitely gonna be my favorite album of the year, most likely. This was as good as the Joyride album, Brave. Well, no, actually no, I'm gonna take that back. Joyride Brave album is phenomenal. This had some phenomenal songs, but some of the songs weren't as like catchy and didn't have the same staying power as that. But Leave Me Like This, that will be a house banger for years to come. Good Space, I feel like was really nice, a really enjoyable song, but it doesn't have that same staying power. Butterflies, same, but less. Too Bizarre, that was awesome. I loved getting to see a Posij collab. I really like that song. RATATA, that's another one that's gonna stay for a while, in my opinion. XENA, I don't know, it seems like everyone else loved XENA. I just personally wasn't the biggest XENA fan, but there's still a lot of really dope aspects of that song. Definitely gonna re-listen to that. Supersonic, that's already a legendary song, and it's a Noisia collab. That song is amazing. Then we've got Still Here with the ones that I came with. Not what we expected, but really pleasant. I don't think that's gonna have the same level of staying power, but it is a really nice song, and I think people probably will enjoy that. Street, I know, I'm never gonna listen to that again, probably. Hydrate, that shit is going to be a dubstep anthem for a while, I think. I'm curious to see how many people remix that. Tears was amazing, and you know, I don't know how appealing it's gonna be to everyone. For me though, that's gonna be in my rotation for a while. Inhale, Exhale, very nice stuff. I don't know how much staying power it has. I think the drops are phenomenal, but everything in between the drops is kind of, I don't want to say mid, but it's just kind of there, you know? It's cool. It's inhale, exhale, whatever, but it's just kind of there. But overall, I would give this album 8.7 out of 10. I don't usually rate stuff. That's usually because I can't think of like a fair rating. I think that's an arbitrary way of doing things. I'm kind of rambling here, but yeah, 8.7 out of 10 is what I give this album. Overall, really good, really consistent. Is it like some fucking Scary Monsters Nice Sprite shit? Is it like some fucking insanely innovative, revolutionary shit? To an extent, yes, but it doesn't like blow me away completely, but there's some fucking heaters. All right, I'm gonna stop talking about it. I'm gonna head out. Goodbye, humans. I got a lot of editing to do, so yeah, I will see you guys later. Hope you had fun, and stay tuned for more content. And check out my Skrillex Rumble music video. Bye.